Biodiversity. Biodiversity is the biological variety and variability of life on Earth. It is typically a measure of variation at the genetic, species, and ecosystem levels. Hey guys! Welcome back to our topic vlog. And our topic for today is all about biodiversity. At the beginning of the video, I just gave you a little bit information about biodiversity. But that information at the beginning, it gives a lot of points here in our topic for today, which is the biodiversity. So just let me tell you, what does the biodiversity provides? Well, biodiversity provides the service, which includes the nutrient and water cycling, soil information and retention, resistance against invasive species, the pollination of plants, regulation of climate, as well as the pest and pollination, which is controlled by the ecosystem. But let me ask a question first. But don't worry, I'll give you an options to choose. Which one is the importance of biodiversity? A. Promote soil formation. B. Genetics. C. Species. Or letter D. Ecosystem. But before I will give you that answer to my question, the millionaire question, in this photo, you can see mushrooms, right? But it's just a variety of fungi. A sampling of fungi collected during summer in 2018. It is an example regarding the species diversity of fungi. So as you can see in the photo, this is not just an ordinary mushrooms. These are called fungi, which is, it has a lot of classifications and variety of fungi, not just mushroom, guys. Also in this photo, there are branches which are connected and related in fungi. And that photo is just one of the million examples of biodiversity. Then let me give you the answer of that question. So the answer is letter A. Promote soil formation. It is just one of the many importance nor the benefits for the biodiversity. But what are the importance of biodiversity? Number one, it increases the productivity of the ecosystem, which means every role, every species in this earth has a role to play. Even me, even you, even the plants, the animals, the mosquitoes, and the pests that we have, they have a role to play. Number two, support a larger number of crops, which means the more crops that we have, the more variety of crops that we will be harvesting. Number three, protect freshwater resources, which means that if we protect these fresh waters that we have in this earth, then there will be more sea creatures that will be discovered. And for the last one, promote soil formation. As we promote these soil formations like the mountains and volcanoes, we will be having a great larger view for our eyes, which means that these volcanoes and mountains has a big role in our biodiversity. And before we end this topic vlog, I'd like to leave you a motto nor saying for biodiversity. Biodiversity is love, biodiversity is life.
So, are you guys asking what's the definition of taxonomy? Or how do we define it? There's a lot of definition when it comes to taxonomy, but we're going to emphasize the two definition, which is the Google definition and biology. According to Google, it is a study of general principle of scientific classification, meaning it should be systematic. In biology, it is a scientific study of naming, identifying, and classifying the groups of biological organisms based on their shared traits. And taxonomy is divided into 8 different classes, which are the domain, kingdom, phylum, class, order, family, genus, and species. Moving on, let's now define what a domain is. Domain is the most general among the 8 classes, and it also divided into 3 classes or 3 groups, which are the bacteria, archaea, and eukaryotes. And so, moving on to the next category, which is the kingdom. And kingdom is divided into 6 different categories or classes, which are the kingdom of Animalia, Protea, Fungi, Protista, Archaea, and Bacteria. And so, moving on to the next category, which is the phylum. Since phylum is divided into 21 different subtypes, let's just give 3 examples of them, which are the Chordata, Proferta, and Arthropoda. Moving on to the next is the class, which is composed of many different subtypes. So let's just give again another 3 examples, which are the Mammalia, which is, as you know from the word mammals. The next one is Ave, from birds, and the next one is Reptilia. One examples are lizards or crocodiles. On to the next category is order. Okay, before you think of your order last night about the burgers, the chickens, and fries, which is cravings of mine, that's definitely not the answer. And since there's a lot of different subtypes of it, let's just give one, which is the Lepidoptera. Yeah, that's right. So we're almost finished and left with just the last 3 classes, which are the family, genus, and species. But first, let's give an example. The family. Let's give 3 examples. So Canidae, and Felidae, and Miptidae. Sorry, it's Miptidae. So into the last 2 parts, which is the genus and species. In genus, let's give one example, which is the Homo, which is associated to us humans, and the next one, and to the species, Sapiens, which is the modern human, us. And let's feature us human as an example, complete example of taxonomy.
Good day, I'm Lopez and I'm going to discuss systematic.
What is systematic?
According to G.G. Simpson, systematic is the scientific study of all the kinds and diversity of organisms and all relationship among them. Systematic came from the Greek word systema, which means organized whole. Did you know that Carlos Linnaeus is the one who discovered systematic? Systematic is applied to system of classification developed by early naturalist Carlos Linnaeus. Systematic is important because it plays a central role in biology by providing the means of characterizing the organisms that we study. Through the production of classification that reflects the evolutionary relationship, systematic also allows prediction and testable hypotheses. Aims of systematic. Number 1, to inventory the world kinds of organisms. Number 2, to
provide a method for identification and communication. Number 3, to produce a coherent and universal system of classification. And number 4, to demonstrate the evolutionary implication of biodiversity. And that's all for today. Thank you.
Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. So for today's video, we're going to make a simple makeup look tutorial while discussing Carl von Linné, or Carl Linnaeus. So guys, I'm done with my skincare like toner, sunscreen, and moisturizing my face. So guys, first is we're going to put a foundation. So the foundation I will use for today is this Maybelline Fit Me in the shade of 220 Natural Beige. So I'll just put it in the back of my hand. In the small size of So first, who is Carl von Linné? Carl von Linné, or also known as Carl Linnaeus, is born in 23rd of May in 1707. So by the way guys, I just put a dots here, just like that. All over my face, just to cover up my... By the way guys, this foundation is a full to medium to full coverage, okay? So Carl von Linné, guys, is a Swedish botanist, zoologist, taxonomist, and a physician. So guys, by the way, just blend it out all over your face, especially at your forehead. Just like that. So, after that, guys, after blending your foundation, we're going to apply this eye blush from Squad Cosmetics Happy Pot Multi-Purpose Pot in the shade High School. I just take a small brush like this and apply it over our cheeks. I just apply it in this upward. By the way guys, so let's go back to the Carl von Linné. So he formalized binomial nomenclature. Yeah. Binomial nomenclature, guys. And also guys, the modern system of naming our organisms. Also guys, he is known as the father of modern taxonomy, and many of his writings were in Latin. Guys, after blushing is we're going to curl our lashes. Guys, just like this. So by the way guys, Carl von Linné, and his name by the way is rendered in Latin as Carolus Linnaeus, something like that. Yeah, something like that. After I curl my lashes, I just don't like to put mascara today, okay guys? By the way guys, I'll set first my face by using this Johnson's baby powder. By the way guys, Carl von Linné has 7 children. Yes, actually it is 4 boys and 3 girls. By the way guys, his nationality is Swedish, and he also known for binomial nomenclature and scientific classification of taxonomy. Her spouse guys is Sarah Elizabeth Moriah, and just like what I said, she has 7 children. By the way guys, I'm applying my eyeshadow. I just put some simple eyeshadow using this Beauty Glaze in Saturn. I just pick up this shade, like this brownish one. Using this, what I use in my brush. Just like that. By the way guys, his scientific career and her fields is botany, biology, and zoology. He studied at Uppsala University, and he has a Novotel student named Peter Askenius, guys. So after that, guys, we're going to apply our lip lips. I use 3 products for my lips. First is I'm going to apply this Bigger Cosmetics in the shade blue. By the way, guys, she died at January 10 and 1778. Just apply it over your lips. By the way, guys, we're done with our Vinay, but we're not done yet with our makeup. Okay, so after that, the next product that I will use in my lips is this lip tint from Everywhere in the shade of Palette. And the last one is from Lip Brush. This is the lip gloss in the shade SO3. Lip gloss. This is a lip gloss, guys. I don't know if I overuse it, but it is don't have products anymore.
So, guys, this is our final look for today. It is the simple makeup look for today, guys. It's like if you're going to go outside or mall, just do my simple makeup look. So, this is our video for today. So, bye-bye, guys!
So, yun po, no? Good day, everyone. So, good morning. Quick stream lang po tayo for today. So, ang i-stream ko po ngayon is about biology. So, set aside po muna natin yung gaming streams. So, ito po is important matter po. So, ang i-discuss ko ngayon sa aking stream is yung binomial nomenclature tsaka yung 6 kingdoms of organisms. So, una muna natin is yung binomial nomenclature. So, what is binomial nomenclature? In taxonomy, binomial nomenclature or two-term naming system, also called binomial nomenclature, two-name naming system, or binary nomenclature, is a formal system of naming species of living things by giving each a name composed of 2 parts, both which use Latin grammatical forms, although they can be based on words from other languages. Such a name is called a binomial name, which may be shortened to just binomial, a binomen, binomial name, or a scientific name. More informally, it is also called a Latin name. The first part of the name, the generic name, identifies the genus to which the species belongs, while the second part, the specific name or specific epithet, identify the species within the genus. For example, modern humans belong to genus Homo, within this genus to the species Homo sapiens. Tyrannosaurus rex is probably the most widely known binomial. The formal introduction of this system of naming species is credited to Carl Linnaeus, effectively beginning with his work Species Plantarum in 1753. But as early as 1622, Gaspard Bowin introduced in his book Pinax Theatri Botanicae, English Illustrated Exposition of Plants, many names of genera that were later adopted by Linnaeus. So yung example natin para sa binomial nomenclature is yung Orcinus orca, or mas kilala ngayon bilang killer whale or orca. So yung Orcinus, yun yung genus niya, and yung orca, yun yung species. So species to ng isang whale. The application of binomial nomenclature is now governed by various international agreed codes of rules. So, sa pagbibigay ng code of rules na para sa binomial nomenclature, pinapamahalaan ito ngayon ng International Code of Zoological Nomenclature or ICZN for animals and the International Code of Nomenclature for algae, fungi, and plants or ICN-AFP para sa mga plants, fungi, and algae. Although general principles underlying binomial nomenclature are common to these two codes, there are some differences, both in terminology they use and their particular rules. So, tapos na tayo sa binomial nomenclature. Paproceed tayo sa six kingdoms of organisms. When Linnaeus developed his system of classification, there were only two kingdoms, plants and animals. But the use of microscope led to the discovery of new organisms and the identification of difference in cells. A two-kingdom system was no longer useful. Today, the system of classification includes 6 kingdoms. The 6 kingdoms are plants, animals, protists, fungi, archaebacteria, and eubacteria. How are organisms placed into their kingdoms? So, organisms are placed into their kingdoms by cell type, complex or simple, their ability to make food, and the number of cells in their body. So, first natin is plants. Plants are extremely important to all life on Earth as they provide oxygen, shelter, clothing, food, and medicine for other living organisms, such as animals and humans. This diverse group contains vascular and non-vascular plants, flowering and non-flowering plants, as well as seed-bearing and non-seed-bearing plants. As is true of most photosynthetic organisms, plants are primary producers of and support life for most food chains in the planet's major biomes. Next is animals. This kingdom includes animal organisms. These multicellular eukaryotes depend on plants and other organisms for nutrition. Most animals live in aquatic environments and range in size from tiny tardigrades to extremely large blue whale. Most animals are produced by sexual reproduction, which involves fertilization or the union of male and female gametes. Next is protists. The Protista kingdom includes a very diverse group of organisms. Some have characteristics of animals, protozoa, while others resemble plants or fungi, slime molds. These eukaryotic organisms have a nucleus that is enclosed within a membrane. Some protists have organelles that are found in animal cells or mitochondria, while others have organelles that are found in plant cells or chloroplasts. Fungi. Fungi include both unicellular yeast and molds and multicellular mushrooms organisms. Unlike plants, fungi are not capable of photosynthesis. Fungi are important for recycling of nutrients back into their environment. They decompose organic matter and acquire nutrients through absorption. While some other fungal species contain toxins that are deadly to animals and plants, others have beneficial uses, such as for the production of penicillin and related antibiotics. Archaebacteria are single-celled prokaryotes originally thought to be bacteria. They are in the archaea domain and have a unique ribosomal RNA type. The cell wall composition of these extreme organisms allow them to live in some very inhospitable places, such as hot springs and hydrothermal vents. Archaea of the methanogen species can also be found in guts and of animals and humans. Last is eubacteria. These organisms are considered to be true bacteria and are classified under the bacteria domain. Bacteria live in most every type of environment and are most often associated with disease. Most bacteria, however, do not cause disease. So, yan lang po sa ating stream today. Quick stream lang for educational purposes. So that's it for today, guys. Good day.